As many feared, and perhaps as many expected, today the British judiciary confirmed what can only be described as a disgraceful and politically charged decision. Tommy Robinson will remain in solitary confinement for the entirety of his sentence. A sentence, we must remind everyone, for a civil offence. Let that sink in. Not a criminal conviction, not a violent act, a civil contempt case. And yet, Tommy continues to be treated worse than many convicted criminals. We're not talking about someone who posed a threat to public safety. We're talking about a man who has now spent weeks in isolation, locked in his cell for up to 23 hours a day, with severely limited access to basic human contact, phone calls, exercise, or visits with loved ones. And now, thanks to a ruling that reeks of bias and cowardice, that cruel regime will continue. Tommy's legal team fought to have his conditions changed, to have him moved out of extreme isolation and into more appropriate accommodations. But the court has now sided with the prison system, with a judiciary that seems more interested in preserving its image than protecting civil rights. It's not just unjust, it's inhumane. Let's be absolutely clear here. If Tommy had committed an actual criminal offense, something that warranted real prison time, he would likely be out by now. That's the bitter irony. Repeat offenders, drug dealers, even violent criminals often serve less time and face fewer restrictions than Tommy has, all for a civil breach. What kind of country do we live in where the rules of justice are bent depending on who you are or what you represent? This isn't about whether you agree with everything Tommy Robinson says. This is about how the system treats people it doesn't like. It's about the clear double standards. And it's about the principle that even those with unpopular views are entitled to fair and humane treatment. The judiciary can dress this up however they like. They can hide behind legalese and vague justifications. But the truth is obvious to anyone paying attention. This is political punishment, plain and simple. Tommy's continued solitary confinement is not about safety or justice or the rule of law. It's about control, it's about silencing dissent, and it's about sending a message. If you challenge the establishment, there will be a price to pay. But here's the thing they didn't count on. The public is watching. People are waking up to this hypocrisy. The longer this continues, the louder the outrage grows. And no matter how much they try to hide it, the truth will get out. Tommy may be behind bars, but he is not alone. And this fight for fairness, for justice, and for human dignity is far from over. We will not stop speaking out, we will not stop exposing the lies, and we will not let this go quietly. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and stay loud. More updates to come.